through your levels, I knew exactly where to look and who to watch. So that is really, as you know, really hard to achieve with 40 people. And this is a story that not a lot of people know. So you really have to doubly do your job to make sure that your words are heard. And so your staging incorporated that so well. There's one moment that I would like to just play with for fun. Sometimes where we present, we don't have great lighting instruments. Sometimes we have no lights. So I'm going to create a little lighting moment for you with no lights and see if this helps. The second song that T Moon sings, is that Waiting for Life to Begin? There's a moment where you're all spread out, the gods are on the blocks, and T Moon goes to her knees. And it's right before you sing. Where's T Moon? Where's she? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Do you all know what I'm talking about? It's right when she goes to her knees. Can we do that a cappella? You can lower the key if you want. You've been singing so much. Can we do that a cappella? And then I want to show you just an idea to bring the focus in as if we had great lighting, just for fun. Let's try that. So you guys are all moving correctly. You guys are frozen here. You guys are still active in your own stories. Great. Can I just give you 5, 6, 7, 8? You start a cappella. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, and I'm going to stop you right there. That's beautiful. Now, just for fun, I want to try it. I want to imagine, and you may have had great lighting, I'm going to try to create like a pin spot right on her with no lighting, and let's see if this works. So as soon as I'm going to start on 5, 6, 7, and you're all still doing your business. As soon as you hear her sing her first consonant, I want you to freeze, not looking at her, looking at your own business away from her. At that same time, I want these two gods to come down first, the center two gods, come on down. Followed by the next two, and you'll come right behind her and frame her in a semicircle. And you'll come down farthest down stage, and so will you. And you'll just walk and try that together, and you guys will lead them. So maybe at that same moment on the first concert here. Let's try it. So you're milling about, here you go, you're doing your own thing. And here's 5, 6, 7, and. Good, yeah, great. Now, if you don't have lighting, you probably had great lighting. So it's just an idea that you can create another moment, even isolate the focus more through the staging. And I love that you all just instinctually looked right at her, right? Tried to find her eyeballs. That was great. That was great. I thought the choreography was fantastic. The levels that you created, the relationships were established just through the movement. So congratulations on keeping that so clean with 40 people. That is not easy to do. Yeah, good job, you guys. Really great. Have a seat.
Well, this is one of my favorite shows that I've ever worked with. I think it's one of the most beautiful stories ever told. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm the singing guy, okay? So I'm going to talk mainly about your vocals, which I thought were absolutely lovely, but I want to talk about just a couple of things. Narrators, really good job, expressive. I think you need to work on, this is a huge epic story, okay? So will you stand up? What's your name? Becca? Samantha, I came here today. Okay. Just do one of your lines. What's your first line that you do?
There is an island where rivers run deep.
Good. Let's do right there. Now, can you just go, make it the biggest story ever? Go.
There is an island where rivers run deep.
Now, slow it down and make it like it's the biggest blockbuster movie ever. There is an island. Go.
There is an island where rivers run deep.
Yeah, so you see, that gets me like, ooh, this is going to be a big story. Because it is, it's a huge story. Okay, that's the only non-singing thing. One thing I want you to watch, and it's something we all struggle with, even when we do professional shows, ending consonants, okay? Because I got this gorgeous, and forgive, okay, yeah. Really pay attention. It's like whatever the final consonant is, put an H after it and go like okay? That helps us to tell the story. The last verse of the last song was absolutely beautiful. when you were done, when it comes down that, and you went to the acapella? Beautiful. Acapella's hard. We all know that, okay? All right. Okay, Timoon, you told a beautiful, beautiful story. I loved how in that opening number, not only in your voices, but in your carriage, I immediately knew who the peasants were and who the Grandel were. So, and I've seen productions where it's like, who's who, you know, but good work there. I'd like you to stand up for a minute, all right? I want to do one very, very quick vocal thing with you. All right, so what has happened before this show starts? What's the first event that happens? There's a storm, right? A hurricane, all right? And it's so easy, like opening number. We gotta be big and we gotta be smiling to get them in. You can get everybody into your story with another one. I want you to do, what's the first line you said? Asaka grow me a garden, right? Okay, that's a plea, right? Please, you gotta do it. And I was getting a little bit of Asaka grow me a garden, it's fun. All right, you've just been devastated. Your island's been wiped out. You have nothing. You say, Asaka grow me a garden. What's next? Please, Agwe, don't flood my garden. Erzuli, who will my love be? All right? You're saying all these different things. So, I think this is the key. Asaka grow me a garden. Now, live it. 1, 2, 3, and
Asaka grow me a garden. Please, Agwe, don't flood my garden. Erzuli, who will my love be? Agwe, don't flood around me.
Bang!
Agwe, don't flood my garden. Asaka grow me a garden.
That's what I'm talking about. That really, I was already involved, but boy, didn't you see that? That's like, whoa, we got something big to do. These rhythms are tough. These rhythms are tough, especially on some, now the song totally escapes me, but good job on that. That's all I have. Congratulations. Have you already done the show? Did everybody absolutely love it? Of course they did. All right, and wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
I know, wonderful. And we're all on the same track. You guys are fabulous. And it is a beautiful, beautiful story to tell. And that's the same point about storytelling, just 2 little notes. And one of them is make sure that you complete the whole thought before you leave your audience. So if you're saying, I'm going to pick on you again, because you led a lot of them beautifully. Can you do one of your speeches out, one of the very first lines? And straight out to the audience.
2 different worlds on one island.
Yeah, and make sure you don't turn off on the island. So that island that we hear, because you know why? You are all acting so well up there. We don't always get that in a group this large. And we out here as the audience, we want to get some of that beautiful stuff you're throwing each other too. So before you turn to somebody else, make sure you're sending that whole thought out to the audience and then turning to hear the person next to you. Because there was that lovely lineup. I think it's about the tree when you're talking about the tree and you're lined up. Make sure that the sound and the completion of your thought goes out before you turn back to the next person or let the next person speak. And the other thing is to be sure of, and this is just a storytelling thing, is to make sure you know which are the most important words in that speech. And what are the ones that we want the audience to really hear? And one of the ones I always think about is the one of take my life, can you say that line?
Take my life.
And whose life is it?
Or my life.
Right. Can you say that really using the my and right up?
Take my life.
There you go. It's my life. Take my life. Just finding and experimenting a little bit with that is great to figure out which of those. And by the way, whoever directed this is beautiful work. This is extremely difficult. It's excellent work.